But NASCAR said no. They blocked him from Talladega. A full-on rejection from the sport itself. And most people figured that was the beginning of the end for this whole story. Instead, within days, the announcement dropped, not Talladega, something else. May 30th, Nashville Superspeedway. Official confirmed done. Ryan Blaney has won his way into the championship. A great day for Kyle Larson. 7th career win in his 100 takes the chocolate. NASCAR denied him one race and somehow that just made the next one bigger. Let's start from the beginning because there are still people who see Cletus McFarland as just a YouTube guy who somehow talked his way into a race car. About whether popularity and audience size should factor into how NASCAR hands out opportunities. And that is a debate the sport itself is clearly wrestling with. John Prost acknowledged it directly. There is a fine line between entertainment and the sport itself. NASCAR is trying to balance safety, risk, legitimacy, and fan growth all at the same time with this one driver. That is not a situation with a clean answer. And everyone in the room knows it. Now let's talk about what Rockingham actually was because the surface-level result makes it look worse than the full story. He qualified 35th in a 38-car field. He finished 32nd 6 laps down. He spun out on lap 206 and drew the 7th caution of the day. On paper that is rough and it was rough. Cletus himself said it perfectly after the race. As predicted, I got my butt kicked, but I finished the race. That last part is the whole point. He qualified 35th and he finished the race. He completed all 250 laps. He finished ahead of 5 other drivers. He did not wreck anyone. He did not destroy his equipment. He stayed out of the way when the leaders came through. That is exactly how a driver learns. That is exactly what NASCAR said they want to see from him. Progression, awareness, the ability to take information and apply it. Rockingham was not a performance. It was a first step, and it looked like one. But it was a completed first step and that matters. Before Rockingham even happened, Kyle Petty was one of the loudest critical voices in this entire situation. He questioned what kind of message it sent to have someone with that little traditional racing experience stepping onto NASCAR's National Series ladder. He said directly that internet followers should not be a substitute for going through the proper development process. He was not alone either. Kyle Busch had already come out publicly questioning the whole deal and even made the comment that his own 10-year-old son had probably run more races than Cletus at that point. Then Rockingham happened. And after the race, Kyle Petty said this. If you're going to criticize, you've got to give credit. Cletus did what he needed to do. He ran every lap. He didn't tear anything up. He didn't really get in anybody's way. And that's what he needed to do to shut up guys like me. Read that again. Kyle Petty, one of the biggest skeptics before that race, saying out loud to the public that Cletus did what he needed to do to shut up guys like me. That line is bigger than any lap time from that weekend. Petty did not flip from critic to full believer overnight, but he moved from dismissal to acknowledgement. And in a garage culture where respect is earned slowly and taken back fast, that shift means something. The conversation changed. It went from why is he even here to okay, let's see what comes next. Those are completely different conversations. And one of them is a lot more interesting. Here is the part of this story that most people completely missed. Between Rockingham and the Nashville announcement, Cletus ran in the ARCA Manard Series race at Kansas Speedway. He started from 25th on the grid. He worked his way through traffic and at one point during that race he was running as high as 7th. 7th at an intermediate track in ARCA starting from the back. Then the engine blew and his day ended early. No result. And his response to the engine failure told you everything about where his head is right now. He called it a win. He pointed to The pace pointed to what he learned and said he is going in the right direction. That is not someone chasing content.